so today I'm going to show you how to make this really cute crocheted Christmas tree for your table decorations. So first off, you're going to grab your green yarn and a 5mm crochet needle. So our first step is to create our slip knot, and you do this by making a loop around your finger and then putting the rest of the yarn through the loop like so, and then pull the tail of that loop tighter. So I'll show you again much slower now. When you have your slip knot, put it onto your crochet needle and pull the yarn again to tighten. So now our slip knot is finished, it's time to start making our crochet chain. So first pull the yarn over the needle and using the hook pulling it through the first slip knot we made on your needle. This is now chain 1. So now we will make the second chain by doing the same thing. So now we will keep on repeating the process until we have around 5 to 5.5 meters of chain. Now for our next step, you want a thick piece of card, and we're just going to roll this up into a cone shape and then stick it together and then cut the bottom off so it's nice and level and can stand up by itself. Now when you're rolling your cone up, you want to leave a small opening at the top, maybe the width of the pencil. So now that our cone's built, we're going to go back to our yarn that we crocheted. We're going to take a little bit of tape and just stick the very beginning of the yarn on the inside of the cone. Then we're going to take our hot glue gun and we're going to start sticking our crocheted yarn all the way around the cone. Now as you're going and sticking down your crocheted yarn, you want to make sure that your crochet chains aren't twisting and you're sticking it down all nice and straight and flat. So we're going to go ahead and keep on doing this process until we get to the very top of the cone. So now you're at the very top of your cone. With that little hole that we left earlier, we're going to go ahead and stick the remaining yarn through that hole. So you just stick a little bit in, and then I used a pencil just to push it all the way. Then we're going to pull it all the way through so it's tight and stick it on the inside of the cone to secure it. There we go, there is our crocheted Christmas tree all finished. Now I have quite a bit of crocheted yarn left over, so rather than wasting it, I'm going to use the same process and use a toilet roll to create a small one. The only difference here is instead of wrapping the card together, I'm just going to cut some slits nearly 2/3 of the way down on the toilet roll so I can pinch the top together to make a cone shape. So now that we've finished with our 2 crocheted Christmas trees, now it's time to decorate. I'm going to go ahead and use some pipe cleaners to create some candy canes and some bows, and then I'm just going to stick some little pearls on mine. You can use whatever you like. You can use some sequins or some glitter or some other types of beading. I mean, you have free range, or you can leave it as it is and maybe just stick a nice little star on the top. If you want to see how I've decorated mine, then keep on watching, because I'm going to go through the process of how I made the candy canes, the bows, and what beads I stuck on mine. And there we go, our crochet Christmas trees are all finished.